what to buy and what to skip is totally up to, um, your space and what you like. So let's get right to it. I mean, if here's what you're gonna learn. Mistakes, obviously, how to design the space, anything that you need, underground, utilities, lighting, ventilation, grill types, materials, configurations, coastal considerations, how to weatherize everything. And you're gonna be able to take a space like this and turn it into that. So let's get started. And we're going to start with basic design. Now, for those people that went to our How to Build Your Kitchen webinar a few months ago, you know that the center part of your kitchen is the sink. That's where you are most, and you start designing your sink that way. For the outside kitchen, the sink is, I would say, maybe 1 to 2% of the outside kitchens we do. So it's really the grill. You're going to start from the grill, um, or two grills, or however you build it, right? So that's the first thing. When you start from the grill, and for basic kitchen design, you have the work triangle, right? Is stove, sink, dishwasher. Those are the three appliances you're going to be around the most. And that's what you basically plan first. So you never move more than 1 foot away, right? For anything that you use. Now for the outdoor, with so much you with so many different options, that's really up to you. How you plan it is based on space, and it's so much different than just a room. That's what's so exciting about building one of these. The triangle depends on how much space you have and what you're gonna use next. And that is what I'm gonna flesh out of you in this whole webinar, okay? So, first question, okay, we're gonna put the grill center, but what are we doing? We talk about what are you doing? What is your entertainment strategy? For flipping some burgers, do you need something basic? Are you entertaining? Are your kids doing homework back there? Um, how much space do you have? Are you hosting large dinner parties? Do you need extensive prep space? Do you need dedicated zones for drinks and servings? Right. One of the questions I like to ask is how far is your kitchen from the grilling area? If your kitchen's right next to the grilling area, like in a porch nearby, you don't need much because you got your kitchen there, right? If you're if this outside kitchen is further away, say in a pool pavilion or something like that, you want to add more. So that goes into your entertainment strategy, what you choose next, right? Now, the first slide I showed is on who is going to help you. Now, if we're in Florida, there's probably tons of people that can help you. And in the north, you have to pick somebody that's done it before. And I encourage you to look at at their portfolio of work. But unlike your kitchen, I'm going to show you some different techniques where you can do this completely on your own. All right. So what you want to do is you want to get the right people to help you plan this. And then I'm going to show you how to do it yourself. Okay. Couple of things. We have some questions on weather, like especially here in the Northeast, if you want to grill in the fall and even in the winter, how do you do that? I love this. This is a novel solution where, everybody's protected while you grill. But you got to remember, if the other thing to this is if there's a prevailing wind condition, you want to build the grill area away from that so the smoke doesn't blow into your house, right? So how do you protect yourself? Typically, are you going to close the area? Are you going to do something like this? You're going to put just a ceiling over it, right? How are you going to weatherize it, right? And then I put the slide in as plan the lines first. Obviously, you can't plan them exactly, but just know that you have to, right? You don't want to finish it off and then figure out you need electrical, gas, water for sinks or ice makers or whatever it is you put back there. So just know that you need electrical, perhaps water, and definitely gas, natural gas, unless you go propane, right? And you wanna accommodate for that first. Lighting. We used to be that this one is easy to get wrong. I'll let you know a little secret. The spotlights you have outside your house, that's not good enough for your grill. Especially a lot of you are going with pro grills. The difference on a serum between medium and charred is not a lot. So you want to have task lighting at your grill area. The best case scenario is two on either side, right? So you're not you're not having a shadow and you're putting it slightly in front of you. The other suggestion I have is you can make your outside look like Christmas year round, and it's super inexpensive to do. You buy that LED tape and you cut it so you could put it under toe kicks, under your counters. It really make a nice intimate space, right? So task over the grill, I would accent as much as you can because it's super cheap and very easy to do. Okay, we had some questions on covered porches. Um, Here's the biggest mistake you can make, right? About 20 years ago, I was introduced to what would become my best customer, and they wanted me to consult for a job that they had done on ventilation. And the homeowner and the homeowner's chef didn't like it because they said smoke came out. And the architect, the builder, the contractor, the designer all said this should work. So I would go there and consult, and they would all be there. So rather than arguing with them, I bought a bunch of chicken sausage and fried it on the grill and smoked the whole place up. Right. And the cost of redoing an existing chimney, an existing vent, existing ductwork. I asked him how much it was later on. He said it was $35,000 to redo that whole one little section. So there's two pieces of advice here is let Mother Nature do it and don't enclose it. But if you do enclose it, make sure that the hood covers the front of the grill and that you have appropriate CFM. I would do something 12 to 1500 CFM immediately. Immediately. So, and you want to go straight up with your ducting, right? This is the expensive. If you want to ruin a nice three-season porch, getting the long valve will do it. This is the right way. This is the wrong way. This is basically what I saw 20 years ago. All right, let's talk about now you understand the grill, your entertainment strategy, how to light it, how to vent it, um, that you need to run lines. Now we need to start picking a grill and putting it into a configuration. There's 3 types of gas grills you can buy. There's the regular Weber or something you would see in a box store, a hardware store. And then you get a Pro Gas. Now, the BTU output on these are very similar, except the Weber will give you more burners at a less BTU. A Pro Gas, like a Lynx, will give you 25,000 BTU grill and a true infrared sear. Infrared is a direct source heat. It's great for finishing steaks. It's what they do in steakhouses. Um, Again, you're going to get a much better sear, a much better construction with a Pro Gas. I'll go into that in a second. And then there's the third, less known, which is a hybrid of gas, the Kalamazoo, which is the most expensive grill, which will give you wood charcoal, so you get that texture and the speed of gas. So you would get speed, texture, and flavor out of one bowl. Right? Here's the difference. You get high output burners, so you can cook faster, sear better. The sear element, you get a rotisserie that go up to like 50 pounds with the infrared behind it, so it cooks more evenly. You get thicker grates, so it holds the heat more, so you're cooking more evenly throughout the grill as well. And then you get pellet grills. Now, pellets shouldn't be called grills because they typically go up to 450 to 500 BTUs, say, versus a gas grill, which will go from 900 to 1100 BTU. What a pellet is good for is low and slow cooking, and it's fueled by pellets. It Those pellets can be any flavor, so you could have like a pecan hickory pellet and slow cook a pork shoulder for 7 or 8 hours and have it come out flavorful. But if you want to cook a couple burgers fast, this is not a grill to do it. My favorite grill is the charcoal grill. Charcoal will give you the speed of gas, will give you better texture and flavor. However, it's more work. You have to readjust the charcoals. You have to dispose of the ash. It's not as even as, say, gas. It requires more time. It requires more cleanup and more attention as you grill. And that would be Kamados like the Big Green Egg is a charcoal. Uh, Certainly, the Kamado Joe, which is seems to be the more popular these days, that's a form of charcoal as well. And then you have the griddle. I mean, grills are really popular. You don't get the char and the sear of gas, but you can cook, smash burgers, rice, eggs, breakfast foods more. These have become popular. Certainly Blackstone, Weber, Traeger. Almost everyone has a really decent griddle that you can buy as well. Okay. Now, beyond the grill is anything you can do inside, you can now do outside. Like you do any number of pizza ovens, you can do sideburns. You can do sideburns up to 70,000 BTU. The hottest burner you can buy residentially is 35,000. You can get outside wok burner if you want to cook your lobsters at 70,000 BTU, right? And then you can get the usual suspects of refrigeration, which would cover refrigeration, ice makers, wine storage. You get sinks, prep like trash chutes, ice makers, anything again you can put inside, you can now put outside, right? So now you have an idea of what to put in, what grill you're buying, where to put it. Now there's four basic layouts, and this is really different from inside kitchens, right? You have the island, which is the most popular. It's a straight bank of cabinets. And then as it goes up with the L shape, you have more and more area to do more things. You go L to a U shape, we get more seating on one side, and then they get the galley, which is typically the way galley works is you cook on one island and serve on the other island. Again, a lot of this has to do with um, how much, how many appliances you're going to get, what kind of space you have in your backyard. And these are the configurations and what they're good for. Again, we're going to mail all this, but the more you go with an LU and galleys, the more space and the more items you can put into those shapes. Now, you have an idea of all the stuff you want, right? It's a little bit different from kitchen design where it's basically sink, dishwasher, stovetop, wall oven, a range, and refrigerator. You can do a whole lot of things. What I would do is basically tape it off. Start with the grill in the center and move to see what you use next and put it right near the grill and then tape it off and then walk the space. It's a lot easier than redoing it, right? One of the biggest regrets you have is maybe not getting what you want or putting or buying something you don't need. And I think taping it is a good preventative issue for both. Remember, if you're buying appliances, make sure they're outdoor rated, right? You have better materials that won't rust the way inside will. And again, for surfaces, composite materials, this slide decked in right now is the standard, but you can get other composite materials. You just got to make sure they're heat and fire resistant, they're UV resistant for sun, and then they won't freeze and crack in the wintertime, like limestone would. Certain granites will. The composite materials seem to be the most popular these days, right? Salt air is especially brutal for, we have a store in Hyannis now and a store in Nantucket. I would advise you to go to a marine grade grill. Um, the ones that you can buy a little less expensive would be Blaze. Um, the more expensive, obviously, is Kalamazoo. You want powder coated aluminum is another one, something more solid. You want to make sure that salt won't eat away at it. Cabinets as well. Stainless steel works. Uh, Marine grade polymers will work. Powder coated aluminum. Uh, you want to make sure, especially in New England, that it can stand up to winter and to salt air. Now, right now, you can do any number of things. You can have like in the original side where I showed you builders can build things, but there's some great do-it-yourself options. This is Urban Bonfire that really started the whole thing. This is very easy. They will ship us the island, or ship it to you. Put the appliance. It's already measured for the appliances you want to put in there, and just put them in there, and you're ready to go. Right? And there's all kinds of solutions. This is another Urban Bonfire kitchen. Right? Lynx has theirs. DCS has theirs. We're gonna have a private label brand that's made in Massachusetts that's weather resistant that you can buy less expensive. But you can do all these options without having to worry about it. But typically, urban bonfire is a little bit more complicated, but most of them are island type of installations like this. That's the links, right? Now, again, we had some questions on this. We'll put the slide in. You want to plan for the off season, how to winterize appliances. Well, it's similar to what you do with your sprinklers, right? You want to shut the water lines off and drain them, right? I would absolutely buy a cover for any grill you have. I would shut off ice makers, dishwashers, shut down sinks, um, and really look to to cover to make sure that they'd be ready to go for next season. Certainly clean the grill. The way you do that is you fire it up, brush it off, clean it so you don't have a rodent problem later in your grill area. So that's it. And to start at the grill and get your entertainment strategy. And it's about lighting, venting, and then pick your grill accessories, what configuration you want, tape it off before you build it, and then plan for the off season. Now we have a whole bunch of planning checklists for you, including this one right here. That's going to be part of the part of what we're going to email you soon after the presentation. We have a bunch of free resources. We just updated our barbecue buying guide yesterday. We have all sorts of videos on grilling as well. We have more blog posts, including this one, which if you want to see it in print, it's about a 4,000 word blog post that goes into greater detail. So are you ready? I would download the guide. If you're in the Massachusetts area, you can schedule a showroom visit. We have all this stuff on display and talk to one of us. And that's it for outside grilling. Our next one, we haven't decided yet. I think it'll be fuel types, induction, dual fuel, gas, and electric. And we're going to throw some kitchen ventilation in there.